started setting up my camera before I put my kayak in the water, because once that kayak hits the water, man, I am thinking about one thing, and that's getting bent and not thinking about recording it. So I try to start the camera while I'm setting everything up, and that way when I hit the water, that it's already recorded. Because if you like me and you love to fish, I mean, the recording part is secondary. I already have a plan of how I'm going to set that hook. It's left or right underneath trees. My presentation on my jig for heavy brush is usually straight up and down. You can't swim a jig in heavy brush. So straight up and down, but really slow. And sometimes I'll hit the bottom and then work my way up if I don't know exactly how deep the fish are. But sometimes in these creeks, the fish like to suspend at different depths. Even you can go 10 feet and they're at a different depth. So you can jig, you can hit the bottom and work your way up slow. Like for instance, even though this is a sand bass, it hit the jig. It was like 3 inches deep in the water. As soon as it touched the surface, so the fish was sitting waiting on something. Tree and push my camera back so you can see the live wells in the back of the kayak. So I included a couple of videos of me putting fish in a live well. So this live well is really nice to have for putting away keepers. I mean, it makes it really easy and simple. I honestly think the live well is overpriced, but I mean, it fits on the kayak really nice. It looks good on the kayak, and it functions well on the kayak. And I mean, it's tough to make a decision on it because of the price. I mean, honestly, I think it's probably maybe $100 overpriced, but I mean, if you're gonna use it, then I would say it's worth the money. But if you're gonna use it sometimes, or you're not gonna use it sometimes, you're gonna take it off and on the kayak, I would say don't spend the money on it. But for me, I'm using it every single time I'm going out, so it's worth it for me to spend the money on it. One more thing to remember about if you decide to put a live well on there, it's going to take up a lot of that space in the back, so you won't be able to, or you'll have to put your crate way in the back of the kayak, or you won't be able to put the crate on there at all. It depends on what size crate you have. But what I decided to do is just eliminate the crate, and I put some pockets on the side of that live well to hold a couple of more Plano boxes, and actually that worked out pretty good for me. Hook setting is important. Always set your hook like it's gonna be the biggest fish you ever caught on the other end of that line, because when it is the biggest fish you ever caught, you want that hook to be set in it, because the bigger the fish, the harder the mouth. So I always set the hook hard, and so you may throw a fish a couple of miles, but at least you'll get to keep that big one. Here I am fishing under a tree limb again, and get that hook set hard, but remember, left or right, never straight up. We started about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we ended up with, it's 7 o'clock now, we ended up with probably between two of us about 14, 15 keepers. We're fishing 3 or 4 feet deep most of the time, using all kinds of colors. I mean, we're using orange, pink, blue, I mean, all the different colors, all bonehead jigs, but all the different shapes, the brush glider, and the fish were all over the place for us. We never saw a pattern that that the fish liked the most. So we just were trying everything, but we're getting back before it gets too dark.